Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Ramadan Mubarak. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. I hope you guys are on just 2 of the Quran. I'm on just 2, and Surah Baqarah is powerful. It's the longest surah in the Quran, and there's so much wisdom in that surah, so much wisdom from the creator of the universe. And I was just listening to Surah Baqarah and was inspired to come and share a little message that I got as I was listening to the surah. And if you guys don't, if you don't understand the Arabic fully, if you go to YouTube, my favorite channel is called The Meaning of Islam, and it has the entire Quran on that channel. The Meaning of Islam is what it's called. It has the entire Quran on that channel, broken out into chapters. So all 114 chapters of the Quran, every verse is in Arabic first and then English, so you can understand the translation of it. And it's so powerful, it's so beautiful. So the verse that I just listened to is Surah 2, in Surah 2 Baqarah, ayat 187, where Allah is talking about being intimate with your spouse after you break your fast. And in the verse he says that your wife is a clothing to you and you are a clothing to her. And I thought, that is so beautiful. That is like clarifies what your spouse in marriage should be to you. And when you think about clothing, what do you think about clothing? What is the purpose of clothing? As I was sitting here thinking about it, I'm literally getting ready to go into the grocery store to start working on my, well, I'm not going to cook tonight, but we're going to go to iftar at the masjid tonight, but I'm going to cook tomorrow. So I'm going to marinate the chicken. So I was going to go get all my stuff. And I was listening to the Quran in the car, and I was like, I have to share this. What I felt when I heard that, those words about your wife being a covering to you, a clothing to you, and you're a clothing to her. And what I felt was, I thought, well, what is the purpose of clothing? So clothing has so many purposes. Clothing covers your body. Clothing beautifies your body. You can, it's adornment. Clothing is protection. Clothing is safety. Clothing covers your weaknesses and your faults, right? And I thought, how many of us think that way about our spouse? How many of us think that this is the purpose of marriage, and the purpose of having a spouse is someone who's there to protect you, to cover you, to provide adornment in your life, to provide security, to provide safety? And I just thought, that is so beautiful. If we could all do the work within ourselves to understand the purpose of marriage in Islam, and to treat each other with the highest level of love, respect, and honor, I think we would have more happier Muslim marriages. And like I said to you guys, I've been praying about it. Alhamdulillah, I've been blessed with a really good marriage, and I have met so many people that don't have good marriages in Islam. And as I listen to the Quran and as I learn more, I just think if we would just follow these principles, then our marriages would be better. And I think it first starts with you. It starts with you understanding your own value and worth, and then bringing that into your marriage. It starts with you understanding that you have to love yourself and respect yourself first in order for you to be able to receive that love and respect from your partner, in order for you to give that love and respect to your partner as well. And so I just wanted to share that little tidbit, because I just thought Baqarah is such a beautiful surah. And when I heard that part, I was like, all throughout the Quran, Allah is communicating to us the value of marriage. Like, there's many verses that talk about marriage and the rights of men and the rights of women. And so I hope we can just remember that and pay attention to that, and study that, and then implement those things in our lives. Even if you're not married, it's like, as you guys know, I'm offering pre-marriage coaching now, life coaching, and Islamic matchmaking. And I was writing the text for my website, and I was thinking about that message that, if we could all just do the work within ourselves first, to change ourselves first, then I feel like then we would naturally just receive good partners, good spouses into our lives, because we've done a lot of work on ourselves to make sure that we love and respect ourselves, that we love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that we know the rights that we have as Muslim men and Muslim women in marriage, and that we're doing our best to fulfill the other person's rights, right? We want to make sure our rights are fulfilled, but we're also doing our best to fulfill the other person's rights, and not just for us, and not just for marriage, and not just for our children, and not just for healthy communities, but really for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So So I hope that message helps. I hope you guys are having a good second day of Ramadan. We're all fasting. Alhamdulillah. I hope you are getting your Quran in and your extra worship. And I'll be in touch, inshallah, the next time I'm inspired. My salams.